guts and heart and balls alone, because he had no knee, he had no hand, and I'm not sending a champion who's 38 years old after a year plus layoff into a ring with this guy. So, like, I'm not saying he'll never fight, and I know that Sergio, I'm not speaking for Sergio, because Sergio's a grown-ass man who controls his own career. But I'll put Sergio Martinez aside, because I think he belongs in an echelon with the top pound-for-pound fighters in the world, and he belongs there no matter what. But if you want to know right now, the successor to Sergio Martinez has already been determined. The next great middleweight is Triple G.
So you've been in this position as a television executive. If you were still in that position, would you make it clear, obviously Sergio is not available to fight.
Yeah.
If you were in the position of running a network that was in the business of the
I wouldn't take another, if there's a good middleweight and you don't want to fight Triple G, I don't put him on the air.
That's simple.
It's that simple. I mean, it really has to, it has to be that simple, because they're going to have to force great fights. And I pulled Ken Hirschman aside and I said, you know, Matthew Mack, still believe Matthew Mack. I saw Proxy last night and he sucks. And Sergio Martinez won every round against him. I still believe Matthew Macklin probably beats, you know, just about anybody in the middleweight division other than Sergio Martinez and Triple G. And you know what? There's also certain times, like, again, Sergio's going to determine who he fights, but sometimes timing just doesn't intersect very well. You know, like I have a champion right now with no knee and bad hands, and you know, told by doctors to take over a year off. So to sit here and answer idiots on Twitter tweeting at me about Sergio when I'm telling everybody he can't fight until spring of 2014, like, I love boxing fans. Anyone who follows Twitter, who read my tweet about Triple G, I'll repeat what I said. I said, he is an absolute beast. He is an animal. He is an old school, great fighter. And I have nothing but respect for him. And that's it. That's what I think of him. But, you know, like any idiots that are out there screaming, like, I'm going to take a guy out after a 14-month layoff and was 38 years old and start telling everybody I want to make that fight right now. I'm not going to say that. Also, you know, in truth, tonight was the first night in the star-making of Canadian Laughter. And I don't want, I ain't going to down anybody, but I ran this whole promotion. And you know, it's what it is. I mean, this is, thank God, I have Fox was a great place to do fights. You saw that the crowd there was a lot of Irish people in that crowd, but you know what? Gennady's going to have fans, and he's going to develop a big fan base. And I think it's going to be a fan base that grows with every fight. And I expect him to be a superstar because that's his quality. He has superstar ability. Like, it's going to grow. And anybody who watches this guy fight is going to see how good he is. I mean, he's just that good. I heard that body shot. Like, I didn't have to see Matthew go down. I'm telling you, like, that's the second time I've been in boxing that I heard a body shot. The first time was when Roy Jones hit Virgil Hill. And I was like, my God, that sounded like a lightning bolt struck. And when that body shot landed, like, nobody would have gotten up from that body shot. There's not a fighter in the world that would have gotten up from that body shot. That was perhaps the greatest body shot I've ever witnessed live. You know, I mean, that's right up there with Roy Jones and Virgil Hill. So, you know, I give nothing but respect and props to Triple G. I think he's a great fighter.